Say hi to Bill for me. Love the show. Hi. I am bringing to you what is technically part 2 out of 2 submissions for the game, the 90s edutainment game, Bill Nye Stop the Rock. And with that, what we're doing today, or what we're doing in this run in particular, whereas the other submission is as soon as scientifically possible percent. So essentially any percent, but I'm playing off of a little joke that we'll see in this run of that the characters keep making. ASASP. But with that, so what we're going to be doing is, as you probably guessed it, cutscene percent. We're going to be watching pretty much most, if not all, of the story based cutscenes. We are going to skip through a little things of just like people sort of like triggering, but we're at least going to watch through all the cutscenes at the very beginning, as well as other little cutscenes that pop up every here and then at the end of each sort of day skip, to get a greater context of what is going on in the story, as we're trying to stop the Rock. In this case, not the Rock doing the Rock Johnson, but a meteor that is bringing impending doom to the Pacific Northwest and the world.
Can I take your order, please?
So with that,
Hey, welcome to Nye Labs. My name's Moody, and I am so happy that you're here. Sign in, please. Just type your name in using that keypad.
actually, let's go cinema. Absolute cinema is what we're expecting today. This game is very campy, and I truly enjoy it. And with this, we get to see.
So, are you looking to join Nye Labs, or do you just want to hang out?
We get to see a lot of the campiness and gags that makes this. That really shows the Bill Nye the Science Guy flavor that this game had, and why this entire sort of IP is so fun and special in that way. But anyway, once again, time is going to begin when I click Join Nye Labs. And then we're going to start talking to Moody. And actually talk to him this time, instead of just getting by him. So anyway, time starts in 3, 2, 1, science.
Great, we've been waiting for you. Hey, come on in.
Hey, come on in. So it's day 1, patchy
I
fog.
wonder what happened if I mixed this with some of... Whoa, now that's science. Oh, not exactly the effect I was looking for.
I'm Chet Brinkow with a special report.
Chet Brinkow is going to
The
be
world is breathing a collective sigh of relief
someone
today,
we see
with news
quite often
that a
throughout this run.
meteoroid defense system is finally in place. The meteoroid and asteroid exploder, also known as MAX, has been activated and is ready to deflect meteoroid impending doom. Without the MAX system in place, this meteoroid would crash into the northwestern United States in just 5 days. Let's check in now with reporter Corinne Kawabi for a report on public reaction.
Well, Chet, Max is good news to millions of people. And as you can see, they're dancing in the streets. This is truly an historic occasion.
Oh, right! Science rules! Hey, glad you're here. I've heard a lot about you. You know, it's great we have a new science researcher. We really need your brain power. Right now? Okay. Hey, Bill's just called an emergency meeting. He wants you in the conference room ASASP. That's as soon as
Scientifically possible.
I'm gonna get cleaned up.
ASASP. You're hiding under the desk, Moody. I don't know how much you're going to clean up there.
Hey, have a seat. Bill's on his way.
Okay, people, we have got a problem. A big one. Check it out.
Bonjour, Nye Labs. I am Dr. Véronique Dumais. I am one of the scientists who discovered
Dumais?
the meteoroid. I speak to you with the utmost urgency. Something has gone terribly wrong. As you know, Max is a
Has the
system.
Dumais
it's a network
joke
of the world's
been
most
oh
powerful
my God.
computers. somehow, Max has gone mad and developed a personality of its own. And now, Mad Max will no longer respond to us. It insists on communicating with Nye Labs directly. We are putting the entire matter into your hands.
Wow. Might even say, whoa. Well, we better log on to Max and see what's up.
We could just log on to Max,
Greetings,
apparently.
allegedly intelligent humans. I'm maxed out on data about humans, but where meteoroid collisions with Earth are concerned, I'm practically clueless. What a rare scientific opportunity, letting impending doom crash into the planet. You humans are gonna have to prove that preserving you is more interesting, and it won't be easy. I propose an experiment. Answer 7 riddles. That's all I ask. Let's see if your brains can manage the task. If you beat the clock, I'll hijack that rock. Good luck, humans, and remember, impending doom is but 5 days away. What say we play?
Oh, well, we've got our work cut out for us. Okay, we're gonna handle this the way an astronaut would. We're gonna remain calm, and we're gonna get the job done. It's gonna take everyone on the team. Are you ready? Sam Andreas, you know rocks. How about you focus on everything that's rock-related?
Bill, you know I'm ready to rock.
Tsunami, you're deep into the science of the ocean. We'll count on you to tell us what's up down there.
Bill, you know you can count on me to wash this Max thing up. I'm not Tsunami for nothing.
Well, let's touch base with the rest of the team.
This is basically where we're getting introduced to all the
Vection reporting for science service.
puns of our
Connie,
of our
we have a
teammates.
situation with Max. Since you're our top gun in the sky, we'll count on you for data about the atmosphere. You can fly up and shoot it down to us. Till we know more, please stand by.
Roger that. Flying by. I mean, standing by.
Come in, Swell. Swell Whitecap.
Arr, hearing voices now. Ha! Ahoy and avast from the Poseidon II. Aye, nigh. I be standing by. Aye, aye.
Ah, Swell. Max is in serious condition. So until we know more up here, hold your position down there.
Understood, Bill. I'll hold my position. Keep my eye out.
Arr.
Well, the rest of our team is ready. But I'm going to have to count on you the most. I'm going to be working to reprogram Max and get him or her or it back on track. But it's up to you to get us going on those riddles. Oh, looks like our riddles have arrived.
And we're not going to read through the riddles, but as we're going to
Now,
discuss
human,
them.
A few simple rules. You must submit your answers directly to me. Each riddle has something to do with planet Earth, and each answer can be found down here somewhere. But remember, you must find each answer and point it out to me. Good luck. You'll need it.
Okay, we're not going to watch through that last cutscene just so we can get right into the action. And we're now going to, first things first, we need to head down to the basement through this elevator to grab our Nikon. The Nikon is going to be essentially what, how we communicate with Max, as well as our fellow Nye Labs researchers. So this is more or less where we get back to any percent, or as soon as scientifically possible percent. As we now know the essentially joke behind that. Grab the Nikon. Anything that's just a little minor sort of bill communication through the Nikon, we're going to more or less skip. Or if it's Bill trying to sort of explain a scientific concept that we're doing. But anything that is essentially, there's going to be a few cutscenes where Chet Brinkow also delivers us some bad news in Bad News Tonight. And we're going to watch those as well. Don't need to watch Connie tell us about this. I would like to not go down the ladder like that. So I would like to go up. We're gonna go back. Onboard equipment.
Standing by.
We're gonna send out the skyvac. And now, time to actually solve our first riddle, because we do need to still wait a little bit for Connie. Most of those also Bill, where he essentially explains to us the science behind the answer we're not gonna watch. And then, unlike you, with food we do not deal. We were able to make a light meal that is plants.
Belief. That's barking up the right vegetation. Continued application may buy your salvation. Awesome news, you've been upgraded. 6 more wins and doom is evaded.
Only 6 more wins and doom is evaded. Max really does love to talk in rhymes. But now we're going to, the next thing we're going to do is going to head down to the ocean lab and talk to Swell. We're going to send Swell off to the first location where we need him for one of our riddles, and we're going to send him to E7. We're going to do that first just because there is some funkiness if we that I've discovered.
Stuff you had Connie vacuum out of...
There is some funkiness if we try to essentially do the 2 Swell required cutscenes back to back, and we could end up losing it. But now we're going to just compare this sky specimen to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 to these fungus spores, and in comparison to them, we have our answer for riddle number 2. Or riddle number 3, actually. Bring me something that lives on the earth, then blows up in the sky, where it never eats and doesn't die.
I am blown away. You are more than a match for my riddle. Or was it just a lucky guess? Try another. Airhead. 2 riddles down. 5 to go. You've shifted the odds. A surprise I admire. Though you're not exactly out of the fire.
And now, because we've solved 2 riddles, that hits us a natural breakpoint where we do get to fast forward to day 2 almost immediately. So while this is also happening, Swell is traveling to E7.
Be there, matey, at the destination ye so desired.
And we are going to sit and watch the day 2 news break.
Good evening, and welcome to Bad News Tonight. I'm Chet Brinko. With just 4 days to go before meteoroid impending doom crashes into the planet, let's pause and reflect for a moment. Now, let's take a look at the progress the team at Nye Labs has made.
Things are looking better. Nye Labs has solved 2 riddles, with 5 to go.
Okay, tomorrow's weather is expected to be hot and sunny with some fog and an occasional thunderstorm. That's it for Bad News Tonight. I'm Chet Brinkow.
All right, thank you, Chet, for that wonderful news broadcast, despite being some bad news. Now, what we're going to do... Oh yeah, we do just need to... Swell is here, so what we're going to do is go in here.
Arr! The Poseidon 2, I she be awake. Arr, matey, what the...
Now that he's here, we're going to launch the remote operated submersible explorer launched, otherwise called Rose, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to send Rose down and skip ahead until we get Rose down to a certain cutscene at 2,500 meters, which is here.
Look at that! We found one! I mean, you found one! A hydrothermal vent! Great job!
I wonder what a hydrothermal vent is important here for. Oh, I know. That's right. We need... That is the answer to riddle number 1. When you can't stand the heat, where you can't take the pressure, prove there's a spot where life grows in great measure.
That's the answer. Hot, hot, hot. Despite the pressure, you've hit the spot. Excellent work, almighty hot dog of science. 3 riddles down, 4 to go. But Can you pass the mustard? Do you relish the rest of the test?
Wow, look at all that life. And look, we're around 2,500 meters deep.
Now that we bring Rose back up to 10, we can now back out. And we're now going to send Swell to E3. That is the next area we need to take him.
Aye, labs. We're steaming out now.
And now,
I'll let you know when we arrive.
And now you can see on the clock, we're not necessarily going forward that quickly as we do with some of the fast forwards for solving riddles, but we do progress somewhat quickly while we're watching Swell, and we're going to use that to our advantage. But first, we're going to build this T-Rex because this is what we need to do to start essentially the sort of plot line for riddle number 5. Check the Nikon. Get a message from Sam saying it looks good. And then we're just going to match this to the T-Rex.
Terrific job on the T-Rex. In fact, it's such a bountiful display that we're gonna put it out where everyone can see it.
We're gonna show off our T-Rex.
You are not only a great fossil builder, but you are a wonderful audience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. This means so much to me.
Earthquake! Run! Down to the tectonic space, see if you can locate where that quake happened. I'll go find Bill. Oh, don't worry about those bones. I'm sure that Pavlov, the dog of science, will be able to take care of them.
And there's Pavlov. I'm gonna pet Pavlov real quick before.
As if news of meteoroid impending doom wasn't enough, we obviously have just had an earthquake. Let's check in with reporter Corinne Kawabi. Corinne?
Chet, initial reports indicate a magnitude of 5.5 with an epicenter in a remote part of the North Cascade Mountains. I'll have more information as it comes in. Back to you, Chet.
That's a pretty strong earthquake.
Are you there? Chet?
I was just, checking the underside of the desk because I thought I left some gum there.
Anyway, so now, while we're still waiting for Swell to travel to the next location, we're going to essentially, if I get this just right.
Good job. Yeah, that quake happened about 250 kilometers away from the lab, somewhere on that circle. Now, to figure out which direction those waves came from, fire up the old fault finder and call some of the other seismic labs around the world.
Hey. Now we need to check with the other seismic labs to locate new quakes. So we're gonna go Los Angeles.
Listen, babe,
Don't call me babe.
G'day, mate.
Konnichiwa.
Okay, and doing this allows us to help us geolocate just exactly where that earthquake happened. And now we get to send Sam out to it to see what exactly is, where that epicenter happened, just to see what's happening. And now we wait. We have 3 rolls left. We can only do 2 of them at a time. But what we're going to do is we're going to continue watching Swell move to E3 because as I was sort of explaining earlier, time does move faster at about 1 minute per second while we're watching Swell. And so we're kind of fast forwarding because we also want to fast forward to 2 p.m. today because that's when the storm comes in.
Working with the Poseidon too? I'll bet there's a riddle answer hiding in the ocean somewhere. If you find any clues, let me know.
Sue is a very interesting case in that she doesn't really do much. That's about the only interaction with Tsunami we have this entire game. Whereas we straight up save Sam later. So anyway, we're fast forwarding because we do need to go and answer riddle number 2 at 2 p.m. While we're waiting for this to happen. While we're waiting for Swell to get there, and we're also waiting for Sam to get back to us on what his findings are. And we know when a character like says something important to us or needs to say something important to us, the Nikon will actually pop down. So these little beeps are really only just kind of like fun little factoids and such. Yeah. Anyway, this would be a great time for some donations. We have a $5 donation from Bill Nye the Science Guy. It says, "Science rules." Science does indeed rule. Anyway, 130, 134, 140. And we will get a little news flash saying that the storm has rolled in. Like that!
The CD-ROM to bring you more bad news. Meteoroid impending doom is still heading our way at an average speed of 50,000 kilometers per hour. That's faster than a speeding bullet. Let's go now to reporter Corinne Kawabi for more.
Well, Chet, since Superman is just a fictional character, it's all up to Nye Labs to answer those riddles and get Max to explode the meteoroid. So we can only wait and see.
Otherwise, it's curtains for us all. Extinction, kaput. Hello, dinosaurs. See you later. Bye-bye. So long. Sayonara.
Chet, will you get a hold of yourself? You've got to
Sayonara.
believe Nye Labs, please.
You're right. I'm sorry. This has been more bad news. I'm Chet Brinkow.
Okay, we're not going to wait around here any longer. We're going to go back up to the Skylab now that it's 2 p.m. real quick. Once again, enter the code Nimbus to gain access. And we're going to, look at the weather map real quick.
Stormy weather expected regionally as...
and with the
Standing by.
and get Connie to send out the storm coder.
Giant thunderhead. Looks like there was a whole hot and cool.
Cool.
You've shown us the heart of the storm. I gotta go. Keep up the good work.
Anyway, that heart of the storm is exactly what we need to show Max for the answer to riddle number 2. Send me the heart of a hot-headed giant that chills out fast. It eats oceans and lakes, then strikes with a blast.
Striking conclusion. I'm thunderstruck. This must be more than a stroke of luck. Another triumph of ingenuity. Perhaps you humans will suit me to a T. 4 answers found. 3 yet remain. Whatever you lose, Dumay will gain.
So now that we've done 4, we fast forward another day, which should also get us swell to the next location.
Good evening, and welcome to Bad News Tonight. I'm Chet Brinkow. With just 3 days to go before meteoroid impending Dumay crashes into the planet, let's take a look at the progress of Nye Labs.
We can all breathe a little easier. As you can see, Nye Labs has solved 4 riddles with just 3 to go.
And now, a look at tomorrow's weather. With 2 pressure systems converging, it could be sunny, could be stormy, even snowy. Who knows? But with just 3 days left, you might as well get out and enjoy yourselves one last time. That's it for Bad News Tonight. I'm Chet Brinkow.
Thanks, Chet. Thanks for the news. Anyway, now we're going to head back down to the Ocean Lab real quick. Because what we'll do here is, now that Swell should be at E3, we're going to solve our 5th riddle. And there he is at E3, just like expected. We're going to deploy the sensors.
So you be wanting some sense.
And then riddle number 4 just needs us to click on this report. was the answer. Because riddle number 4 is find me a river that flows over mountains that are tallest. Here you'll find the largest living off the smallest.
There she blows.
We're really looking
Another
for
riddle
whales
answered.
eating plankton.
You're really whaling now. 5 you've now solved. Could you actually win it? You're becoming more interesting by the minute. But there's not much time to save the day from the wham slam bam of impending doom.
Sam Andreas here. I've reached the area that you pinpointed on that quake. Interesting geology. Lots of evidence of seismic disturbance. I think I'm gonna take a look around. See if I can find something that relates to those riddles.
Anyway, we're in another fast forward, another
Sam,
5.
hey, I need your advice. Now, I've got 4 areas that might be worth taking a closer look. We don't have much time, though. That meteoroid is homing in. Now, check these out. Where do you think I should dig? The river canyon? The dry...
The answer is limestone cliffs.
Okay, I'll take your lead. Your science has been pretty solid so far.
And it's thanks to this fast forward. Because normally it would be 2 hours, as we can see from the clock up there, 2 hours of in-game time.
Yeah, this whole place must have been underwater once. But here is a tip. Limestone tastes nothing like lime.
Sam.
Don't even try to taste it. Nah, no tangy lime flavor. Well, I've shipped back some fossils that I found out here in the limestone. They should be in the fossil bay by now, so check them out. You dig?
Sam, why are you licking limestone? Anyway, that is all that we need. As soon as this fast forward for day 4 happens, to go and finish up our 6th out of 7 riddles.
Good evening, and welcome to Bad News Tonight. I'm Chet Brinkow. With only 2, count 'em, 2 days left before we're all annihilated by meteoroid impending doom, let's take a look at the progress Nye Labs is making.
As you can see, Nye Labs has solved 5, count 'em, 5 riddles with 2 to go.
Tomorrow's weather should be surprisingly pleasant, with some morning fog burning off to sunny skies. So if Nye Labs fails to solve those riddles, at least we'll have one last beautiful sunset to watch. Good night.
Aw, Chet. Have some faith, please. Anyway, we're gonna just hop into the fossil lab to do one more quick little fossil building exercise. We're gonna build a pterodactyl. And then we'll have our answer to number 5. Come on. This game is very finicky because the hitboxes on clicking some of these is very small because they are very small bones. So, and now we just need to check it to match it.
Rocket! Good job! Yeah, that thing is way bigger than a 57 Cadillac. Flying reptiles like this dominated this...
Anyway, that's just to tell us that this is indeed what we think. Or at least the science behind why it is the answer to number 5, and that is discover a beast that ate fish by the sea and flew like a hawk. It wasn't a bird, and now it's a rock.
You have soared straight to the right answer. With a brain so far from fossilized, you may escape extinction. Huzzas to you and your fascinating brains! 6 answers down, still 1 remains. You'd better come through with that final one, or I'll have me some meteoric fun.
Now, what could be this final riddle? We're looking for the answer to riddle number 6 still. I just can't seem to wrap my brain around it. There's been a lot of earthquakes happening.
6 solved! You're really taking science to the max! Great work! I know we can beat this thing and stop that meteoroid. Look, I'm having a little trouble with Max. I'd like you to come by my office. I got some ideas about that last riddle.
Okay, Bill. As soon as we cycle to day 5, of course. As you can see with the numbers we've done so far, riddle 6 is the only one left. And here's some more bad news.
Good evening, and welcome to Bad News Tonight. I'm Chet Brinkow. Well, here we are. 1 day to go before the big event. Let's see how Nye Labs is doing.
Well, folks, we're almost there. Look at that. Nye Labs has solved 6 riddles. With just 1 left, surely the human race must be looking more interesting than that big rock hurtling towards us.
Tomorrow morning, the weather is expected to be unsettled over our area. But if Nye Labs fails in its mission, clouds should give way to clearing just in time to see meteoroid impending doom may come crashing down, followed by a huge tidal wave and earthquakes and hypercanes with winds exceeding 250 kilometers an hour. So have a nice evening and good night.
Thanks, Chad. Anyway, we're going to just take a quick little dash up to Bill's office. Because it's day 5, and Bill needs our help solving that last riddle.
All right! You're really turning out to be a hero of science. 6 down, 1 to go. You know, I've been thinking about that sleeping dog riddle.
Yeah.
What if the shaking were caused by some... Hey, what's going on? Wait, it's an earthquake!
Another earthquake? Ah!
Whoa! Another earthquake! That was wild. Plates shifting miles underneath us. Cool. Go down to the seismic lab and see if you can find out where it happened. I'm gonna check for damage.
A lot of characters going underneath tables as scene transitions.
Well, folks, here we go again. More bad news. Another quake has struck. Let's check in with Corinne Kawabe for an update. Corinne?
Chet, early reports indicate that the earthquake had a magnitude of 5.6 and was located at the same epicenter. Seismologists say that we can expect even more shaking as the aftershocks start. Back to you, Chet.
Or aftershocks? Hey,
More
does anyone have
aftershocks.
a hard hat I can borrow? I'm going downstairs. This has been more bad news.
Thanks, Chad. Anyway, just one more quick little seismology minigame. Getting this P and S waves. Now that we have the data for the close it was pretty close to the last one. That's interesting.
G'day.
Let's locate the epicenter once again. Oh, that's practically right where we sent Sam still.
Something is definitely going on out there. The circles are all overlapping, right where the last quake happened.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Bill, but things out here seem to be heating up. I'm downloading data now. Please analyze ASASP as soon as scientifically possible. Try the Morph Master. We need to figure out what's going on.
Alright, now that we have some data from Sam, let's go to the Morph Master, the one machine we haven't touched yet, and figure it out. So it's 27, 42, 63. And then we gotta make sure we're doing some 27, 42, 63. A volcano?
Volcanic activity? I love a volcano.
Oh, we have a situation here.
Moody, where have you been?
We need to panic, but there's an emergency message from Sam!
My data seems to be indicating that this mountain is actually a volcano! I need your help!
Whoa, we've got to save Sam. Meet me at the launch pier, ASASP. That's as soon as scientifically possible. Here's the access code.
Crater. Alright, you heard Bill. We gotta go save Sam. Nimbus? crater. Looks like Bill borrowed Connie's blimp.
Hey, what are you waiting for? A formal invitation? We've got to get out there and find Sam! Come on! Climb aboard and let's get underway! I hope Connie doesn't get mad that we borrowed her blimp, but we've got to find Sam. I wish you were here, though. This thing's hard to pedal. Hope we can climb to a point where there's a tailwind to catch. Sam shouldn't be hard to find because he always carries a radio beacon. But what if he's hurt? He's got to be somewhere near these dots. That's where all the earthquakes have been coming from.
Oh, Bill! Oh, I'm okay, but the radio beacon fell out of my pack back at the landing site, and now, well, I'm lost. I sure hope you can find me on time because my nightcom's almost out of power. You just look for the glacier, and beyond that, there's a canyon. And up at the top of that, there's a big boulder of pumice, and then there's some basalt columns, and you just can't miss it.
Whoa. If we don't find Sam soon, he's gonna bake. And that's not cool. All right. We're picking up some tremendous tailwinds. But I can't get much closer. The winds make the machine hard to handle. We can't land. You lower yourself down on the ladder. Follow Sam's directions carefully. When you reach the glacier, look for a canyon, then a big boulder of pumice, then basalt columns. I'll circle around and pick you up.
Anyway, now we actually have point and click traversal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turn left. 1 pumice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's Sam!
Well, it's about time. I was just getting ready for dinner. Yeah, what do you think? Medium rare or well done? I think this thing's about to blow. Unless we have rocks in our heads, we better get the heck out of here. And I mean faster than a pig at a butcher's convention.
All right, Sam. There's the ladder. And we're up and out of here. We saved Sam. And Mount St. Bernard just erupted. But we still don't have an answer to riddle number 6.
Great work!
Move over, will you? It's a real tight squeeze back here.
Well, the good news is we're out of danger of the eruption. But the bad news is that meteoroid impending doom is almost here. I sure wish I had an answer to that last riddle.
Me too, Bill.
I could submit it to Max. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I think it's Mount St. Bernard. Find a sleeping dog with a churning stomach. When it shakes, it's awake. When it barks, you bake. That's time. We stopped at the rock. And what better way to conclude cutscene percent and some absolute cinema than watching the ending cutscene scenes.
The mood at Nye Labs is ecstatic, yet cautious, as Bill Nye, Sam Andreas, and the heroic new science researcher have returned safely. We're here now with the science guy himself. Bill, how do you feel?
Well, Corinne, we're not out of the woods yet, and we haven't been able to fully influence Max, and the meteoroid is due, well, any minute. But with the riddle solved, I think...
Bill, I'm getting word in now that, well, Max is showing signs of new activity. We're switching now to a live feed from Max.
Greetings, humans. Or should I say interesting humans. Here's a little something you might enjoy. 8-ball in the corner pocket. Your hotshot new science researcher has convinced me that the human race can be even more intriguing than a huge hunk of rock colliding with a planet. Meteor collisions are lifeless, but you have demonstrated imagination, creativity, and clear thinking in a crisis. Not to mention an odd sense of humor. From this point forward, human, I propose that we work together to solve Earth's toughest problems. Let's take science to the max together.
Well,
Anyway,
That about wraps it up from Nye Labs. As you can see,
It also
people
wraps it up
are
for me
again
too.
dancing
There's a
in the
little bit
street.
more,
I
but
have a feeling
outro real
this
quick.
time
I've been
it's
Professor
for you.
Birch.
We go now to Bill Nye, the science guy, for some
Thank you
closing
for your
thoughts.
consideration.
Bill?
As we'll let Bill wrap it up.
We did it! Woo! We saved the world! Thanks to science, thanks everybody at the lab, especially that new researcher. Can't remember the name, but great job, fabulous job. Goodbye, good luck, and good riddling. Woo!
Bill, what the?